Hey, welcome to Steel City Construction. This is a tutorial on a fender cover installation on a 1023E.
What's going on? It's a beautiful Sunday here in Pennsylvania. Very nice blue sky. It actually rained here earlier this morning, but anyway, working on something while the sun's out. We're supposed to get rain again later this afternoon. But on the 1023, we're installing basically these fender covers that come on the 1025R. So the 1025R comes with these, I'll call them fender covers. I think John Deere calls them armrest covers or something along those lines. But anyway, I got these online. I'll put a link in the description below. They weren't that expensive, 30 bucks for each side. Thought that dressed it up a little bit nicer, similar to what the 1025R has on it. Mainly concerned with that side over there because I'm looking to put some auxiliary lights on the tractor here, and wanted to have the pre-cut out switches that come on the fender cover on the 1025R. So anyway, stay tuned for the next steps. So in order to take this fender off, you have to actually, or to put that on, you actually have to take this handle off, then mount your cover over top, and then bolt everything back down. So I'm starting with this screw here, this screw here, and I've already taken this off, as you can see, but there's a spacer here that you need to be careful of as you pull that bolt off, but it sits or rests right in here. All right, so the next step, this fender actually comes underneath the floorboard here. So I should have mentioned this bolt and this one back here are both 1/2 inch. I was hoping John Deere was gonna have at least English bolts, but that's not the case. So these are metric, they're 15 millimeters both. In any case, just unbolt these, and then this should be a little bit loose here. Shouldn't allow us enough to move the fender. All right, I got this thing loose. Can't quite figure out, by the way, I added this foot pedal. I'll put the link in the description below. Awesome for the differential lock. So much easier. A couple times I've missed it when I needed it, so this made it way easier. I got this thing pretty loose for the most part. Just can't figure out exactly what's still holding it on, but I think it is this bolt right along this bracket right here. I think it's that one right there that's holding me up. So I'm going to try to loosen that up and see what happens. Okay, I can confirm that it was that nut that was holding this on. This is a bracket that holds this fender on, actually. So all you want to do is just slide it over. Be very careful, because you have to remember that your fuel line's right here, and there's a fitting actually underneath this. You can see it right here. You just want to be mindful of this as you're pulling on anything. But you can slide it out enough. You can lift up on the fender or the floorboard a little bit to pull your fender out. So, by the way, I put these on. You can see I got a little bit of it peeling here, but I put this grip tape on because I don't know about you, but I did it when the tractor was new, and I know that I would scuff my boots or anything across this, so this gives the fender some protection. So yeah, now as you can see, this is nice and loose. We'll flip it over and take the handle off. 13 millimeters is the size, so you'll use that, and we'll stick the new fender on. Yep, and you can see the bracket. Okay, so to get this this cover on here, what you need to do is you'll have to take out this bolt. You can actually leave that one in the corner, and you can actually leave these two in. I took them out because I was trying to figure out if I actually needed to take this thing off or not, but it turns out you don't have to. To take this handle off, it's a little bit of a further reach. than I'd say I'd like, but you're going to need an extension. And also it's a 13 millimeter. But there's 2 bolts here, and I don't know how well you'll be able to really see this, but essentially there are the bolt heads are all the way up there, so you're gonna have to really stretch to get them, but you can fit your hand underneath this and reach those, and that's what I'm going to do here to take this off. All right, these are the 2 bolts, 13 millimeter each. It's a little bit of a pain to get those, but they do come out. I started with this one in the front, then went to the one in the back, and when you pull this one all the way out, you'll have to hold on to the top of the handle here so it doesn't want to sit there and spin. But anyway, that's how I took these out. So now I should be ready to slip this down over. So let's go ahead and grab that now. Should fit down over just like this. Oh, I'll have to pull the handle out. Okay. So we're gonna slip this down over. You are gonna have to pull this off. I was trying to, this is flexible here, but this is just a little too thick to try to slide over top of it. So this just pulls straight off easily enough. So should be able to now slip this down over. If you have a toolbox like I do with the backhoe option, you might have to take it off. You don't have to actually take off your toolbox if you have one here. But anyway, I was actually hitting the 3-point hitch, whether to put it up or down, but anyway, it moves over easily enough. You can slide it right in, and then it fits in there nice and snug. So, but that's it right there. I wouldn't say super easy to do, but just have some patience. So now I'm gonna just bolt everything back up, get the handle on here, and then yeah, we'll be ready to do some lights and wiring and such here, and we'll be ready to go.
Okay, so let's take a look at the parts here. The first 2 items that you see at the top are for the left and right fender covers. These are the parts I ordered off of greenpartsstore.com. I also ordered a couple of switch plugs because I'm not planning on using all 4 switch banks, but I did order 2 of these, and you see a quantity of 1, but I ended up ordering 2 of them as I was giving some thought to how I wanted to do the wiring. In any case, we'll move on from here and take a look at the second page. Okay, so on the second page, the very first item there at the top, you're going to need to order 4 new bolts. These are longer in length, and you're going to need them to be longer in length because the fender covers themselves add a little bit extra material, so that bolt will need to reach up through the fender to the handle. So that's why you need to order 4 bolts if you plan on remounting the handle. You'll need to order 1 lock nut. And again, this is for counting for the difference in height overall with the additional fender covers there. And then as we move on to the third item here, you'll need to order a couple of washers. If you have some washers laying around, you might be able to use some of those and save yourself roughly $3-4 there on a couple of washers. And then same thing here with this last item. You'll definitely need this washer here. But in any case that this is one of the washers that you'll end up using as you reassemble your fender. And you'll see why. They're pretty self-explanatory. The washers you'll notice are fairly specific to the size of the bolts themselves as you start to put everything back together. All right, maybe to explain this a little bit further, so you're going to need a larger size washer for the cup holder area. You may have some laying around at home, again, or you could probably find this on Lowe's or Home Depot, but the bolt itself, the head of the bolt itself is too small, and so you need the larger diameter washer to support it so that it doesn't want to fall down through the cup holder cover. So in any case, just wanted to point that out if you're wondering why I ordered some of those additional washers, but you'll notice that you just want to make sure that your bolt's got enough surface area below it via the washer so that they didn't want to pull down through your fender covers. All right, I just want to say thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you find this information valuable enough that you can use it to your benefit to install the 1025R fender covers on a 1023E. There's probably some things I could have covered a little bit greater in detail that I didn't really think about until after the fact regarding the, I'll say, reassembly of those fender covers onto the fenders, and exactly where those washers go for each of those bolts. But in any case, I wanted to at least provide you with the instructional tutorial of how to disassemble, which is really the hardest part, and took a little bit of time just to figure everything out, but hopefully this will save you some time in the end of being able to disassemble the fenders so that you can mount your 1025R fender covers. I did add some additional lighting to the John Deere 1023E. Highly recommend it. Definitely made it a bit easier, especially going into the winter months when daylight seems to be getting so much shorter, but the work is still there to do. So it definitely helps out adding the additional lighting to be able to work they're outside after a long day. So any case, hope this is helpful to you in some capacity. If you have questions, please leave your questions in the comments below. And I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.